A shot of a dragon soaring over a massive fantasy city used to require a render farm, an animation team, and months of labor. Today, you can generate this exact sequence in an afternoon, on a laptop. For the past 100 years, the creative industry operated like a rigid assembly line. Writers drafted the scripts, animators sketched out individual frames by hand, and editors sliced the film together. Everyone stayed in their highly specialized lane. This animation illustrates exactly what happens when that assembly line digitizes. A single cinematic shot that historically cost a small studio up to $20,000 to produce now drops down to 10 or 20 cents in raw computing power. When production costs plummet from thousands of dollars to pennies, a solo creator working out of a bedroom suddenly wields the same production capabilities as a fully staffed studio team from 2023. Legacy institutions are losing their financial leverage over the individual. The early adopters who build workflows right now have about 18 months to capitalize on this efficiency before this baseline quality becomes the standard everywhere. Hollywood studios are already testing workflows to handle the expensive, less glamorous parts of production. They are generating crowd scenes, syncing foreign language dubs, and writing background dialogue with language models. These automation tests reached a tipping point in 2023. Working actors and staff writers, seeing their roles in background dialogue and script doctoring targeted for replacement, moved to the picket lines to halt the integration of AI into their contracts. In the past, entire global economies were built around outsourced visual effects work. The massive teams and overseas hubs that used to rotoscope and clean up shots are being bypassed. Studios are internalizing that work, assigning it to very small groups augmented by AI. Look ahead 10 years. The studios dominating the box office won't necessarily be the ones with the largest budgets. They will be the leanest organizations with the tightest AI workflows and the best human taste. Gaming is seeing an immediate impact. The traditional AAA model requires teams of hundreds, up to $300 million and 7 years to ship a single title. The financial risk is so high that original ideas are rarely funded anymore. Now, generative tools are dismantling that pipeline. Solo developers are prompting entire 3D assets and building playable levels and injecting language models into non-player characters to drive dynamic, unscripted dialogue. The music industry is also feeling the pressure. Producers used to rely on expensive sample libraries and session musicians to construct a track. Generative models are producing full vocal tracks, instrumentals, and sound effects in seconds. When you combine real-time rendering with autonomous characters, the very structure of a story changes. If the AI can generate new scenes as fast as you can watch them, media begins to splinter. We call this woven media, where every viewer experiences a version of the plot that adapts to their choices in real time. In this model, creators act as architects. They define the boundaries, the style, and the lore of a world, then let the AI engine generate the specific path for each individual member of the audience. Across film, gaming, and music, the giant, specialized departments of the past century have compressed. Those complex pipelines now fit into the laptop of a single solo creator. This economy gives one person immense leverage. With the right stack of tools, you can run a global media operation, shipping daily content in 10 different languages and competing directly with mid-sized companies. But there is an immediate flip side. The barrier to entry has hit zero. The market is flooding. The total volume of generic content online has doubled in the last year alone, creating an overwhelming wall of noise. Because AI perfectly mimics technical execution, being good at software is no longer a defense. Your unique human perspective, your recognizable style, and your elite taste are the only actual moats protecting you from irrelevance. Here is how you survive and thrive right now. Step 1. Specialization. Pick one specific creative discipline where you have actual authority. Generalists will get washed out. Specialists with strong points of view will get rewarded. Look at these 3 nodes for Step 2. Adoption. Choose exactly 3 AI tools, one for ideation, one for production, and one for distribution. Integrate them into your daily workflow and use them for 90 straight days. Step 3. Signature. AI provides the baseline floor of quality, but it will never provide the ceiling. You must actively develop your unique voice to stand out. Step 4. Volume. The currency of this economy is consistent output. Shipping weekly work over a 12-month period is infinitely more valuable than hiding in your room for 6 months chasing polished perfection. Step 5. Community. Build a loyal group of followers who care about your perspective. When the algorithms change, the audience that moves with you across platforms is your only true defense. Make something small this week. The window is open right now, but the barrier is rise it fast. Subscribe, because next time we are looking at the dark side of this technology, the vulnerabilities, the bad actors, and the risks that the labs aren't publicly talking about. I'll see you in the next one.